Hello all, Munch here. Welcome to another episode of my FM19 Aston Villa save. Today we have two fixtures against Valencia in the Europa League round of 16. As we're all aware, we have the history of Valencia, considering that we did an entire series on it, although I never actually finished it, so technically it's not entire, in the Mestalla complex, so a team that we know very well, and even though this is 6 years into the future, I am still concerned because they are one of the best teams in Spain. Which is going to show by the fact that they are currently top of the league and 10 points ahead of Real Madrid. They've only lost 2 games all season in the league, and Gabriel Jesus has been absolutely on fire for them, so today is going to be an incredibly tricky test. We've also played a few fixtures off camera, and as you can tell, we beat Brighton 2-0 away in the Premier League and then had a heavy 3-1 defeat to Chelsea, which has essentially left us out of the title running in the Premier League. We don't know that far off. We are 9 points off United, but they do have a game in hand, so really you'd like to think now, or you wouldn't like to think, but it's pretty sure that the title is out of our hands, and it's unlikely that we're going to do it. It's very unlikely that we're going to drop out of the top 4 as well, unless obviously West Brom can pull off something spectacular. So that is why now nearly all of our attention is focused on the Europa League. So with that in mind, and considering how well Valencia are doing, we are playing our full strength lineup today. Christensen is in goal with Fila, Rudiger, Mai and Klosterman as the back 4. Vile partners up with Leon Goretzka in the middle of the midfield. Goretzka is now back in. He is the only player playing at less than a 7 average, at only a 6.81, so I'm expecting good things from him towards the end of the season. PreMatch, Navarro and Gaetan all lined up in behind Maximiliano Gomez, who has got a whopping 17 goals so far this season and has been a very decent addition to the squad. He's also undoubtedly our #1 striker at the moment. Let's see what this Valencia team's doing then. Okay, they have got some very decent players there. David Reyes, a keeper I've been keeping an eye on throughout the save. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant. One of the best goalkeepers in world football in the game as it stands. Then they've got Jose Guy, who's obviously very good. They've got Lorente, he's another very good player. But they've got Kalidou Koulibaly, who at the age of 32 still looks absolutely box office. As a powerful centre-back, he's got all the attributes to be absolutely nuts. I can't believe that he's only rated 66 on my scouting report. I'd love to bring him in. What a player. But Gabriel Jesus is obviously the standout performer so far this season. As you can tell, he has got 26 goals in 41 appearances, 7 of those off the bench, playing an average of 7.62. He has been nothing short of sensational. They dropped out of the Champions League, which probably goes to show why they're such a good team. And you know what? At home today, we need to get a good result. Ultimately, I'd love it if we could keep a clean sheet, but I'm not sure if that's going to actually happen. Like I say, a first leg win will do us the world of good in this tie. Go out there and grab it. No one's really responded to that, so it's time for the old faith chat. Oh, look at that green. I love it. Away we go. It's all about keeping a clean sheet and taking a first leg aggregate lead out into Spain. That has got to be the ambition here. Obviously, we can still win the FA Cup because we are still in that competition after a 1-0 win against Arsenal off camera, but it's not about that. There's something about the Europa League that I really enjoy this competition. I always find it's a big stepping stone to realise that you actually belong in Europe. If you are the best team in the second tier competition, then you deserve to be in the Champions League, and it would be a massive statement of intent for us to actually go and claim this trophy. It's been a very dull first half in all fairness. Valencia keeping us very much on the back foot, but we do have a free kick as PreMatch looks to whip this in. He hits the post, and they've managed to clear it out. that's annoying. Finally, there seems to be some highlights and some sort of action towards the end of this first half as Navarro gets on the ball, darts forward. Is he going to hit it? He is. He hits it wide though. Poor effort and not really been the most cutting edge performance, but suddenly there are highlights galore here at the end of this first half. Gabriel Jesus up against Rudiger. Good header by our German centre-back, but Jesus now on the ball into Coquelin. Coquelin to Iwobi. Iwobi, lovely ball to MikeRo, who's another very decent player. Iwobi to Gabriel Jesus. He hits it, hits the bar, and Rudiger manages to clear it. Well, it's been a half dominated by us, but we've both hit the bar. I'm expecting better, so I'm going to certainly say I'm not happy with the performance out there. The one good thing is that we haven't conceded a goal yet. If we concede one and we don't score, then or we don't win the game, that I think we are really up against it when we go to Spain. So we need a goal in the second half. And they're taking off MikeRo and put on Bertrand, who looks like a... Oh, what a goal by PreMatch! I was just talking about the fact that Valencia had just taken off MikeRo for a wonder kid, but PreMatch does a wonder goal of his own. An absolutely unstoppable free kick. This has got to be 30, 35 yards out. I mean, David Reyes is a great keeper, and it's poor keeping, but at the same time, it's some effort to get it on target from there. An incredible goal. Get in, it's 1-0, come on. It caused me plenty of heartache in all my saves, Valencia, including our own one with them. They were never the easiest team to get on with, but this is a massive step in the right direction as Leon Goretzka plays the ball out to Fila. Are we going to get a second and assert some authority on this game? Pelé Maria into Leon Goretzka. One more ball across to Navarro. Navarro hits it. He's absolutely spooned that. Right, I'm going to take off Vile because he's getting quite tired. He's played pretty much every minute of every game this season. So on comes Jordan Henderson as the deep line playmaker. Gomez hasn't played brilliantly, so I'm going to take him off and bring on Jack Lancaster up front. He's scored a few goals in the Europa League for us so far this season. Hopefully, he can add a few more to the tally. Corner, Gaitan whips it in. Koulibaly heads away, as you'd expect. Mai into Pelé Maria, who has a long shot. Good ball there by Hendo into Goretzka. Hits it, hits the bar. Ray can't quite contain it, but they managed to clear it away. We are threatening to get a second here. Another highlight. It's been pretty much jam-packed since around about the 35th minute. We've had nothing but highlights, and that's brilliant there from Maria with the first ball out to Goretzka. He's got plenty of room. Goretzka, he plays the ball in behind to Gaitan. He's got a bit of work to do. He teases the back post. Pelé Marias gets a second. It's his 12th goal of the season, and he has been absolutely on fire in recent weeks. Ever since he's come back from a pretty long injury, he's been nothing short of sensational. Second half of the season, he's been magic. First half of the season, very quiet. Gaitan, great ball at the back post. That is some header. Raya can't get to it. It's a good effort at the save, but just not quite good enough. A magical finish, and has that put us in a firm position to go through in this tie. It certainly feels that way. Long ball in from Rudiger. Hassan clears it. Coquelin, we just need to make sure we don't concede it. Navarro, great play there to win the ball back. Henderson's been brilliant since he came on, dictating the tempo. Fila, lovely ball into Goretzka, who's finding so much room in the middle of the park here. He plays the ball out to Robert. Robert darts inside. Robert into Navarro. Could be 3. It is 3! We've absolutely spanked the La Liga leaders here at Villa Park. An absolutely insane finish from Navarro. Brilliant play. Robert comes on, gets an assist. End product central. He is just dynamite at keeping the... Well, he's just dynamite at producing things. And a brilliant finish from Navarro. It's 3-0. We've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. Just don't concede. Christensen takes a lovely claim there from Spaghetti, or Spaghetti, whatever his name is. Lovely take. Christensen into Rudiger. What a win! What a win! We didn't even look like scoring in the first half, and then just we came out in the second half and absolutely blew them away. Passionately say, I'm very pleased with I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. Get in! Get in! What a win. I'm almost tempted to play the Norwich game instead, because I know now that really there's no way that we're not going to go through after that game. But we will do the away tie at the Mestalla, a return back to old roots, to a very familiar joint. And let's see if we can get a win there. I will see you after the Norwich game in a minute. Well, just finished the Norwich game. 2-0, 24 shots, only 5 on target. Conversion rate's not great, but God, I love this team. Okay, viewers, so here we are back for the second leg, and let's just get cracking into it. We know we have a 3-0 lead. Tottenham look like they're getting through because they smashed Lille 6-1 in the opening fixture. Other than that, a lot of the ties are pretty much up for grabs. And so, as you can see, we haven't really made that many changes to the starting lineup for today's game. The only real noticeable one is that Abel Miguel is going to come in for Leon Goretzka, who, again, didn't really impress too much in the last fixture. And we've got a couple of injuries to note as well. Jerry Tossum, who I would have played in today's games, unfortunately got a pulled calf muscle, will be out for 2 weeks. And Robert is actually recovering from a little bit of a knock. Will be back to full fitness in 3 days, but I don't want to risk him tonight. Other than that, it is as you were from the first leg. They are playing almost the exact same team as last time, although they've got Sangaletti, who I called Spaghetti, in the last game. He's rated at 70 on my scout report and looks pretty decent for a central defender, valued at £58 million. It's a bit much. He looks quite good. Araldo. They've got a lot of wonder kids in their team here as well, a bit similar to us. Right, I'm going to passionately say to the boys, I fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match. Lucas, Rudiger seems confused. Don't be, mate. He's still confused. Probably is the first time I've ever seen one of my team not react positively to a team talk. Very disappointing. 20 minutes in, not a lot really happening in all fairness. We're kind of dominating the game a little bit more, having a lot of possession, cracking off a lot of shots. As usual, not many of them are on target. 1 in 3 or 1 in 10 will probably be on target. But ultimately, we're doing the job at the moment. We're keeping it tight, keeping it cool, and just not letting them get too attached to the ball and letting them create too many chances. A very good away performance so far. Guy now into Koulibaly. Gomez standing off him a little bit, and Coquelin's got a bit of room in the middle of the park. Mahrez now out to Hassan. Has he got a good delivery? He does, but we clear it. Kondogbia on the ball, hits it. Weak hands from Christensen. And I said if they got one goal, it was going to get a little uncomfortable. And they've got one. Good ball out here by Mahrez to Hassan. Hassan whips it in. Good clearance by Lucas Moura originally. We just don't get out to him quickly enough. Miguel there kind of on his haunches a little bit, and Christensen really should be saving that. Oh dear. It's been statistically a good performance. From an actual entertainment and highlight point of view, it's been rubbish. We've done nothing. I don't like losing games anyway, even if it's during a tie and we've got an aggregate lead. I don't like losing games. So 1-0 to Valencia at the break, and if they get one more, I'm really not going to be happy. I'm going to say I'm not happy with your performance so far. MikeRo is now not very happy. I'm going to get a bit aggressive with Gomez because he's been really poor, so I'm not happy with your performance tonight. We just got to get out there and just make one of these chances that we're making count. We haven't seen any of the chances in highlight form, so they may just be long shots that we're popping off at the goalie, but we've got good long shot takers in our team, and I expect better. Ah, here we go. This will probably end the tie because Coquelin's managed to get himself sent off. And they've still kept 2 up front, but now they've changed to a 4-3-2. If we don't make it count from here, I'm not going to be happy. And there's a highlight straight away as Navarro heads the ball on. Koulibaly on the ball. Hassan whips it in. Can we make the most of our man advantage in the midfield? Araldo gives the ball away. Gomez in here. Over the top. Lovely take by Gomez. He's been not goal shy recently, but a lot of the goals he's been getting have kind of been like from penalties, and that's never a good sign if he's not scoring from open play. Gaetan whips into the back post and Raya claims it easily. That's a bit disappointing there. I was hoping for a bit more chance here as Navarro gets tackled by Agbo, but Klosterman's on the ball. Finds Goretzka. Lovely ball to the back post where Palomari's got so much time. He had so much time, but he missed it. Goretzka, though. Are we going to make another chance here? Fila whips it in. Alves heads it. Great save by Raya. Gaetan. Oh, brilliant clearance from Kondogbia. Better, though. We're pressing now. That's much more like it. And I think it's safe to say that we're through, but in terms of an actual performance in this second leg, it's been very disappointing. Although I suppose technically you can say we've done what we needed to. I just don't like losing games. Performance of added on time are up. Valencia have a corner. They've given it their all, but it's just not quite going to be enough. It'd be interesting to see what would have happened if Coquelin had stayed on. We lose in Spain, but we win the actual overall tie. A 1-0 win to Valencia. Pretty poor from us. I'm going to say a good win, boys. Well done. Just because I want to keep morale going. Inside, I'm not happy, obviously, but we'll keep it going. Hendo has got himself a 700 grand bonus for getting to the quarterfinal of the Europa League. Well done. Marcelino, who's their manager, thinks that Francis Coquelin's red card was incorrect. I beg to differ, mate. So here it is, the Europa League quarterfinal draw. 8 teams in that, obviously. Let's see who's in there with us. So we've got obviously teams that we want to avoid, namely Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, and probably Spurs. Sevilla I don't really want, but obviously if we've just beaten the best team in Spain, then I fancy we can beat Sevilla over 2 legs. But let's see what we got in store. CSK, Rapid Vienna, and Udinese would be my preferred picks, if possible. Udinese are first out the hat. Villa. Of course, obviously Spurs get Udinese. Sevilla versus CSKA Moscow. It's going to be Arsenal, isn't it? Arsenal. Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, yes. Awesome. Right, okay. We get Rapid Vienna. And without being disrespectful, yeah, okay. Well, it really, a semi-final place is really ours to lose now. That is superb news. What we'll do then is let's have the home tie against Rapid Vienna and then the home tie against Wolves. And then obviously if we do really, really well in the Rapid Vienna game, we smash them, then we don't have to worry about doing the return leg, you'd like to think anyway. So, yeah, good. A very good episode overall. We have got a big game in the FA Cup 6th round, which is essentially the FA Cup quarter-final, and that's away against Liverpool. But this is the priority. Europa League's the priority. If obviously we get through the quarterfinal against Liverpool, which I highly doubt because our record against them is terrible, then what we can think about doing is then obviously having the FA Cup semi-final in around about the same time. But we don't need to worry about that yet because that's all maybe ifs, buts and maybes. So, oh yes, Rapid Vienna, come on! Sorry if you're a Rapid Vienna fan, by the way. Thank you for watching the episode. Please like, share and subscribe. And until I see you again, stay cool. Come on. Big chance here.